I know you're giving us so much sass on Monday.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
you're so
restart this. Save it for
terribly
the pod.
funny.
Save it for the pod. Let's
Okay.
go.
Welcome back to episode 9, allegedly, of the JPT Tournament Committee podcast presented by the Junior Players Tour. We are back in Ontario now. Well, two of us are. Blake's in San Francisco.
Don't dox me, brother. What about the ops? What about the ops?
Sorry, man.
The ops might get me.
Yeah, ice might get you. Me and Shawz are in Ontario. Blake's in San Francisco. Had some travel days on Monday. We flew home. We're staying out here until the beginning of May when we fly back out to BC and drive to Alberta for the first Alberta event. But fellas, how was the travel day on Monday?
Great. Vancouver Airport treated me very nicely at 5 a.m. So no complaints from me.
You know what? It was long. It had some fun things, but we made it here in the end. Could have gone smoother for sure, but my clubs made it here. And my baggage made it here. I had to check both my bags because I was on a jet. Made it there. Slept most of the
a private one, right?
Pardon me?
Private jet, right?
Yeah, it was a PJ, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the Jazz. It was the
I didn't get that treatment.
Air Canada Jazz airline. The Jazzy airline.
And, your clubs even fit on that airline.
I don't know if they even got on my plane or if they was on another one. I don't know how that works. I should text my pilot buddy. My clubs are here. They didn't break. You know how you have my that club from the 90s in to make sure my clubs don't break? Like the stopper that, so that did the trick. Clubs are here safe. I'm looking at them right now. Still in the travel bag. How are you guys doing? Ty, how was your travel day? I didn't hear much about yours.
Yeah, it was interesting. I woke up when you guys were already gone in the hotel, and I got a flight cancellation email, and I was like, "Uh-oh, what's going on here?" And then another email came through that said disregard the last email, but they changed planes and they changed my seat number, so I went from a really decent seat to not so good seat. Oh yeah, and
for the big boy too. Okay, so
yeah, no, that was not funny. Not fun. So yeah, that was tough. And then there was some guy on the plane wearing the most obnoxious smelling cologne, sitting somewhere around me, and it was giving me the biggest headache the entire flight. So yeah, rough travel day. But we made it. And when are you playing Torrey?
Monday, a week. What's today? Say Wednesday. Yeah, 5 days.
So like next Monday. Yeah. Nice. That'll be good.
Recording at least. Yeah.
That'll be good.
Sweet. Very exciting. I got
you should text Megan, see if she's around.
I might have to.
I was just gonna say, I hope you play better at Torrey than you did at Meadow Gardens, but
okay, we gotta get into that.
Good segue. Yeah, no, I have nothing to say. For the context of what Shawz just said, the boys and I played Meadow Garden with the August, and not the month, but the Chad and Jaden. And Chad and Jaden August, our first 2025 Junior Boys champion during our inaugural season.
Yeah, 3-0.
Can I not intro this at least before we get into that?
Keep going.
So we played a match. It was Jaden and I versus Shawzy and Ty, and unfortunately, Jaden and I did not persevere. We lost to the Empire, the bad guys, the Sith Lords.
Hey, if you ask Chad August, we were the fun team. He started off as Blake's caddy and then turned out to be just a fan of the boys. So it's a good day.
Well, yeah, the vibes weren't high in my card once we got down. Once you guys okay, to your credit where credit's due, you guys made what, 3 birdies on the front 9?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're supposed to do in that. And we were only 2 down after the front 9. I think you made 4 birdies on the front 9, 2 each.
3.
No, it was just 3. Ty made birdie on 10.
Yeah. First of all, thanks to Chad and Jaden for having us out at Meadow Gardens. Great property there. Joe, the head pro there, is a great guy. I know him a little bit, and food there was good. Everything was good. So really appreciate them having us out. But yeah, 3-0. 3-0 in our last three shots. 3-0 in the last three, baby.
I think I'm
just gonna add 4-0 with the mini putt win too. So it's been a good couple weeks here.
I think I'm gonna play with one of my friends down here tomorrow, just to get a little warm up in before I play the South Course. So yeah, I was also showing Amanda some Tiger videos from the 2008 Open, U.S. Open at Torrey, to kind of get her hyped with Tiger versus Rocco Mediate. Is that how you pronounce his name, Rocco?
Yeah.
And she was like kind of excited, but she was not as hyped as I was. I'm very excited to play.
We don't need
I've been
to.
showing my wife different Tiger videos over the last little bit.
Just talk President.
We don't need to glance over the metal card stuff. I'm not done talking about that yet. So I also beat both of you guys.
Yeah, good. That's good for you, buddy. I'm happy for you. First time you beat me in probably 5 years.
I'm not really talking. I'm not really talking about
Shawzy. How crazy is that Tiger Woods news? By the way, last week.
Well, I'm not really talking about Blake because that's just par for the course. But Shawz, I don't beat Shawz very often. I kind of waxed you.
Well,
even though we were on the same team, which is
a little bit of an overstatement.
You had a bad round. Okay, so 5 shots, 77 over here.
Yeah, that triple on 9 because I just decided to make fun of Blake a little too early was what got me.
Funniest thing ever. Yeah, I was lights out. The hands were working. The short game was working.
Blake just decided he's no longer a part of this podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you can come back, Blake. We're done. All right, there he is.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, 3-0.
I didn't have my best stuff.
3's up. Hopefully, we get to play in Alberta, and it'll be 4's up.
To the credit of Meadow Gardens, their greens for, was it March that we played, or was it April that we played?
It was March. Yeah.
Yeah. At end of March, their greens were rolling really nice, and I was not expecting that. And my putting is just not at its mid-season. And my putting is just not at its mid-season form, so I unfortunately just didn't have it. Didn't have my stuff. I didn't hit a bad drive. I didn't hit a bad drive all day, which is always my game. It's always my game. I get hit every fairway, despite it only being like 210, 230. And then, other than that, I don't have much anymore, boys. I don't deserve Blake's short game. I don't deserve it.
Yeah,
you did not deserve it that night.
We already decided to rebrand it to Ty short game, so print the t-shirts on that one. Would you say that it's the putter's fault, like you need a new putter?
No, I can't blame the equipment. If I were to blame any equipment, it would be just the fact that I think I've outgrown my clubs, which I didn't think was possible.
Or blame this equipment right here, your dome.
We said that was that was gone.
He's not talking about the hats. He's talking about
that. You're talking about hats.
That's designed by me, the one that you have on right now. So
again, he wasn't talking about that.
I prefer
literally not
talking about
partner of the JPT.
He's not listening.
Full wedge fishing uniform partner, full wedge golf.
We are not talking about the hats.
That's the hat I want to talk about right there.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the hats. We're talking
about the mental game, which we'll get into Mike White at some point.
We're going to need to cut all this. We're going to need to cut all this because his ears aren't working again.
Yeah. We're back to last week's episode.
He literally did not hear a thing that we just said.
No, I was more focused on promoting our partners, which you should be doing as well.
We weren't talking about the hats.
Oh, what were we talking
about? We're talking about your mental game, buddy.
Jesus, man. That's crazy.
All right.
This is for this is what we have to deal with on a daily basis.
No, ever since hearing aids have Bluetooth, why wouldn't I get them? You know me.
We've been telling you that for years.
I would be tuning you guys out all the time. You guys
I might get you one for Christmas, to be honest with you. Solve a lot of issues.
Well, we don't have. I mean, boys, we're in the second years of the company. We don't even have health insurance right now. If I was actually clinically deaf, I wouldn't be able to have hearing aids. Let's be real.
I might just do it on my own personal dime.
Yeah, with what money?
Very generous of you, Ty.
Yeah. Anyways,
now, boys, or what?
Yeah, Chilliwack, baby. Thanks to Avery and the team over at Chilliwack. Very easy to work with. One of the easiest ones. Did not care what we did.
Yeah.
Makes our life very easy.
Great
course in good shape.
great facility. It was great having the workspace, and then literally everything was kind of close. Great setup there. Beautiful days.
Yeah,
Our
you couldn't ask.
first nice weather tournament too.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better setup in terms of our live scoring and stuff. All the holes we needed were right beside the clubhouse. That was perfect. The volunteers could walk wherever they needed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to the volunteers. We had a good crew of volunteers this week.
Yeah.
And Ari Tur's mom, Janet, was helping out too, which was very appreciative, especially with pace of play and stuff like that. So Chilliwack was awesome. We had some good winners. You want to run through that?
Yep, I'll go through the list here. So starting off with the Bantam boys, we had Avin Phillips ended up getting the win from Bateman Golf Academy, local boy, well, Abbotsford area, so not too far away. He played 73 round one, kind of struggled the rest of the last 2 days, kind of fell off from that, but 73 for round one was a great round. Any comments on the Bantam boys?
No, him and Rory played together all 3 days, and man, just a couple of good kids there. I'm really glad that Avin won, and yeah, nothing else to say.
Yeah, good job, Avin. Great kid. Great interview that will be released soon on the socials.
Oof. Moving on to the Bantam girls, Avery getting her second win of the year, first full event, because the last one got cut out for the last round because of rain, but she went 75, 79, 74 throughout the week, so I think she wasn't very happy with the 79, but good week overall for Avery.
For that course and how hard it was playing thicker rough, all 3 rounds in the 70s for the Bantam girls was very impressive from Avery. And like you said, her second win of the year. She's very composed. She's very good, and she seems very calm out there. And you could tell he was even mad with that 79, yet she still shot in the 70s and still won, right? So good for Avery.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to the scores at Mayfair Lakes, but I was more looking at the leaderboards this week for whatever reason, and I didn't realize Avery's kind of a stud.
Yeah,
and 15-year-old, or
yeah, she's a stud. And shout out to James McAbee. He said he listened to the podcast, so
yeah.
thought I would give him a shout out for that.
And also, Rory might be the fastest player we ever had on tour.
Oh my God.
He kept that last group on time single-handedly, I think.
And if you ever need an update on the Toronto Blue Jays at any time during the day, you ask Rory or Avery, to be honest. They both probably have them. I asked Rory the one time, and he gave me a full score update within 2 seconds, which I
love
really
the Blue
appreciate.
Jays.
Yeah.
And the Avery is such a good kid. Rory's such a good kid. So Rory is the absolute fastest player ever. I don't think he took a practice swing on half his shots, and just gets up there, hits it, goes.
Oh,
I missed him tee off on one because I announced his name, and by the time I was done saying his name, his ball was in the middle of the fairway.
I did the same thing, Shawz. When I was doing videos on Final Day, you could go on the Smug Mug and you see I literally got him in his downswing because I wasn't expecting him to go, and I tried to get I was trying to get the video right as he was going, and then next thing you know, he's halfway through his swing. So James and Rory, if you're listening to this, I apologize for that.
We'll get him next time. Blake knows now it'd be a little quicker.
What about junior girls? Jody Lee got the win. She was definitely not happy with her last round, but 76, 75, 80 to win it. That was, as a 12-year-old, to go out there and win the junior girls, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, she was pretty dialed in all week too, other than a couple bad holes in the last round, but man, she played well this week. Good for her.
And that was both Vienna and Ellie were looking poised to kind of make a run there. So good for Jody for holding them off, because that was those 2 girls were looking pretty good to have a chance to win this week.
Yeah, Jody was hanging around scoring for a little bit after the round, waiting for the awards, and just talking to her, and Ellie was 2 under through 9 or something like that. She's like, I was worried on that. I had my front 9 of Ellie playing that well, and then the back 9 didn't necessarily go as she would have hoped. But
I think if I remember correctly, between 4 to 9, they were only 1 stroke apart from each other based off the low scores, and then unfortunately, I think Ellie had a tough end to the front and then a tougher back. But good for Jody nonetheless.
Yeah, and then going on to the junior boys division, so Luke Bernakovich got the win. These scores are pretty impressive. We got 69, 67, 70, 10 under total for the week. Not a bad week.
Yeah, is 10 under final score good?
That's not bad, eh?
Yeah, it's not bad, eh?
And he like there was a few putts out there that I watched him that just were full horseshoes around the hole. Like that could have been a lower score if a few more putts just dropped for him.
He was striking the hell out of the golf ball, man. I was lucky enough to watch him for like the last like 4 or 5 holes all 3 days, and just dart city out there. He was just throwing darts all day. If the putter was hotter, which is crazy to say when he was 10 under over 3 days, but if the putter was hotter, it could have been very easily, 16, 17, 18 under.
Yeah, he said upon reflection, he really said the reason he won and was able to shoot that low was because he just hit every fairway. He said the driver was so good. And he just like didn't make many mistakes, and then putts dropped here and there. And then next thing you know, he was at 10 under. I was like, that's the most casual way of saying how you got to 10 under. But it worked, right? Like as I mentioned when we were going over Avery's win, when the rough was super thick all week, hitting the fairway was such an asset, as you see as like at like U.S. Opens and stuff. I'm not comparing the JPT BC Showcase to a U.S. Open, but like you know what I mean.
The rough was like crazy long in certain spots, especially like we were losing, like having to spend 3 minutes looking for balls in the rough sometimes because like it was thick. It was not easy to find out there. It wasn't because it was wet like the first 2 events where we're just losing balls because it was wet. Like it was dry. It was just the rough was crazy.
Yeah. And Luke is just such a good kid. Like very respectful, very gracious and winning, and really good family there too. So hopefully we get to see him at multiple JPT events. I think would you say he was 15 shots, 16?
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's either 15 or 16. Like he's young. He's gonna be one to look out for. Jerome from Golf BC before the event said this is one to watch. So we didn't fully believe him exactly. I know he nailed it for sure.
Nailed it. A very bright future. Even after round 1, I think he only had like, well, it's funny to say only, but I think he had like a 2 to 3 shot lead after round 1. I was like, hey, yeah, this guy seems to be good. Obviously one of the better ones. And then after the round 2, what did he shoot? Was it 67 in round 2? And then he had a 14 shot lead after 2.
12.
Or 12 shot lead after 2 rounds, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this Jerome
only ended up winning by 17 strokes though, so nothing crazy."
Yeah, he was dialed it in. That was with some strong final rounds from like Trevor Wong, and there was like 3 or 4 guys like 2 or 3 under par in the final round too. So it's not like the competition wasn't playing well. He just blew everyone away that week.
Yeah,
and, bogey free for Trevor on the last day. Got a shout out Trevor. He played in all 3 of the first events. Great dude. Kind of a couple times in scoring was distracting me while I was trying to do my job and just making me laugh. But Trevor's a great dude.
It's all about having fun out there, man.
It's all about having fun, exactly.
Before we move on from Luke, a little bit of a can I read a stat for you guys that I did some research on.
Oh, you got stats?
This guy's doing prep for this now? What's going on?
That's guy.
How do you pronounce Luke's last name?
Bernakovich.
Luke Bernakovich has officially become the 3rd all-time lowest total score relative to par at JPT events throughout our 2-year history so far, year and a few months history, I guess. Throughout our 2025 and now our first 3 events of 2026, he joins Andy Dye, who won the JPT event at Century Pines in 2025 with a final total score of -19. And then at that same event, Terrence Deng finished at -13. And those guys are both 1 and 2 on our total lowest all-time relative to par scores. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah. What did Max shoot last year?
He was 7 under.
Oh, is he 7?
Yeah,
like total? Like total for the tournament?
I'll pull it up. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around 7. The funny thing about Terrence, the funny part about Terrence is that he shot 11 under or something like that and still didn't win. He was like, what am I supposed to do to get ranked by Like, I go up there and shoot 11 under and lose by 6 strokes.
Also, are you going to fact check me?
Ty's making me fact check him.
You should fact check me. Because I'm only like vaguely confident.
I thought Max was like 10 or 11 under.
I'm worried about Max, actually.
He was like 7 under in 1 round.
Yeah, he was. But I think he was over in 1 round.
He finished at 9 under, so Blake is still. There you go. There you go.
Well, you did. I think that Terrence was 11, not 14 under. So
pull it up.
I made up the number. I don't know.
Pull it up. I think it was 13.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, while Shawzy does that, yeah.
Not living though.
Great performance by Luke.
Yeah,
Very,
incredible.
very happy for him. Some precious Wagner points as well. You got it, Shawz?
Give me a second. It's coming.
Oh, come on, buddy. Hurry up.
Terrence. Terrence was 11. Look at that. I was right.
Fact checked.
Okay.
Don't come to this podcast with these fake stats, man.
It's still the stat still stands. The stat still stands.
It still works.
It still works. Thank God.
That would have been hilarious if you were very wrong. I'm gonna go through every single event right now, real quick. Is there anybody else?
I don't think we had anybody else that was that low.
Well, what about Nucci at La Portage?
Nah, he wasn't that low. He was only a couple under.
Are you sure? I thought he was.
Yeah,
low.
he went that low. I think. Yeah, I'm getting it.
I got a bold prediction for this year. While you do that, I think we're gonna have another, whether it's at Century Pines or at another event, we're gonna have somebody go really, really low over 3 days. Like, I think we might hit the 20 mark at Century, and that's with, like, man, Andy shot that score last year, and we set that course up as hard as possible. Like, it's not a long course; it's like 6,400 yards, which obviously helps. But we picked all the pins, we set all the tees. We had that course playing as hard as humanly possible, and he still went 19 under.
Yeah.
So I think
that course
somebody
is
might go
set
lower.
up to score. That course
it's
is
just.
score. Nucci was 4 under at La Portage last year.
I was still right. I was just confirming. I was just wondering if Nucci. I thought Nucci was just lower than that. I thought Nucci was closer to 10. I still thought I was right though.
Yeah.
But
so
overall,
that's
we can Chilliwack.
Oh man, and the weather too. Oh, that last day, 22 degrees, sunny, no wind. It was the perfect golf day.
Did you guys notice just how much better the overall vibes were with the sun out on both day 2 and 3? I was just like, I enjoy being outside. I actually want to be outside.
Yeah, it was a nice change of pace, that's for sure. Hopefully we get more of that in Alberta. We got lucky last year at Sirocco with the weather. Hopefully
it was windy. That one day our flags were a little.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have any luck on the wind this year. I'm assuming it's gonna be windy again, but hopefully it's just nice, sunny, warm. And we should probably speak about Sirocco as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we can wrap up Chilliwack just yet without talking about, what was this, the hot dog? What was it?
Smoky.
Oh my god!
Smoky with the cheddar in there was fantastic.
So
unbelievable.
That was I need to somehow recreate that because it was so good.
I could probably tell you how to do it. You go to the store and you buy a cheddar smoky from the store, and then you grill it.
Well,
I was thinking like an actual smoker.
They didn't have it in a smoker. They had it in a barbecue.
You have to do it authentically.
Why?
Or steam it at least.
Steam it? What are you talking about? They cooked it up. There's on a barbecue. It's just called a smoky.
Yeah, but
you want to smoke it.
Smoke a smoky.
Whatever. Okay, we got to move on to Sirocco. Yeah, so we should probably.
I think this is all good stuff to keep in. Ty's got the worst internet out of the bunch.
Yeah, worst internet out of the bunch.
Chatham, those farmers, man, gotta get better internet. Touching about Sirocco. So coming up for that event, we have our first kind of sellout, I guess officially a sellout, but not officially a sellout. So we got capped at the golf course by 50 players. Perks of kind of downfalls of playing one of the nicest tracks in the area. Sometimes they put a cap on you, but 50 players that one. So we're one player away from fully selling out that event. We got one Band and Boy spot left. We do have another event at Lynx Ridge in Calgary area coming up at the end of the year, kind of second weekend of September. So if you miss out on the Sirocco event, you can definitely play at Lynx Ridge, but I would register sooner rather than later, given the support we're getting in Alberta, which has been awesome. For Sirocco, if you're still looking for a spot, just register, put it on the wait list, and we'll kind of fill in the spots as I can from players that withdraw. But yeah, full on sellout at Sirocco here.
Yeah, very exciting. I think Ty's still struggling over there, but yeah, very exciting. I know it's not technically our first sellout, but the people of Alberta seem to love what we're doing, and we really appreciate it. And I don't know if Ty necessarily wants me to say this, but we definitely would want to add even more than 2 events going forward in the future to Alberta because of that, just because there are so many players there that want to play our events, and unfortunately. With Sirocco this year, we can get it over 50, but in the future years, we're hoping to a lot. So,
Yeah, I think Sirocco just kind of, this is not necessarily fact, but I think they want to host a big event there. So now that they see that we can actually pull the players, I think that next year we'll be able to have a bigger one at Sirocco. So Sirocco's awesome. Probably my favorite course on the schedule. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know how much Ty can participate anymore. I think that was a good recap, a good segue into Sirocco. To preview a bit what is next, next week we're going to be coming at you with an interview with mindset coach Mike White. We're so excited for that. That will be taping tomorrow. Mike is not only a partner, Mike and the Yellow Card Coach, his company at the Yellow Card Coach, is not only a partner of ours, but actually a close personal friend as well. He's a great guy. I'm excited to have our conversation with him tomorrow when this is recorded. Other than that, anything else, boys? Or Ty, you kind of just got back. You're just getting clearer now. Oh, now he moved and got pixelated. I don't think I even heard what he said there.
I've been listening.
Yeah, well,
No, we're good now, I think.
don't worry. We got it under control
Yeah.
with you, Ty.
Oh, you guys did
I was
good?
gonna say on Mike, not to chirp him, but don't have him as a trivia partner. Not gonna help you out too much.
I mean, I wouldn't say
we'll get into
anybody's really that good that
No,
evening.
we all sucked, but Mike definitely didn't help the group out too much. So we'll talk about that tomorrow with Mike.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
thanks, guys. Have fun at home, get settled, and we'll see you soon, I guess.
Hopefully you play better at Dory, buddy.
My Tory Blow, man.
Yeah,
Have
thanks.
fun
Ty.
playing Dory, baby.
Okay, go Owls. See you guys.